Hello, welcome to the 7 steps that I personally use to get my child to independence and to communication, basically speech, from a nonverbal state of severe nonverbal autism. So if this video resonates with you, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so that you can be updated whenever we release new content. My name is Natalie Pelto. I am the co-founder of Blue Life RX, where we talk everything lifestyle medicine and how to support both adults and children on the spectrum. So the first thing that I did was focus on overcoming picky eating. A lot of people do not realize how important this is. They look at it as this big mountain that they have to hop over. Totally get it, except for it is the thing that will bring the most impact. Why is that? Why do we believe that it will bring the most impact? Simple. Because food has a multidimensional approach inside the body. And so by addressing this, you are not only helping your child with nutrition, but you're also helping, or with their nutritional deficiencies, you're also helping them with their toxicity. You're also helping them by feeding the microbiome. You're helping them with brain development. What you would have to ingest in a supplement form for this exact purpose would be basically the amount of supplements that would have the capacity to feed an army. And I have a lot of people who join my program, the Blue Life Autism program, Building Brilliant Brains for a Better Tomorrow program, which you can learn about down below. The link will be there, who are exactly on this amount of supplements. So give yourself just avoid the headache, because at the end of the day, you will still have to address picky eating, regardless of if it's now or later. It's just that now will bring you results faster. The second step was to tell everybody what I was doing. I had to set some really powerful boundaries. This was actually very difficult, and it was very important. It's hard to say no to family members, especially those who are helping you, grandma and grandpa, watching your kids. Maybe it's sister, aunt, uncle, whomever. But those boundaries need to be set in place early on, or you end up with a lot of discomfort later. If you're going on a journey, when I went on this journey and I wanted to help my child, I had to realize really quickly who was going to be helping me and who wasn't. And the list of people who were on board with what I was doing actually ended up being much smaller than what I expected. And I had a lot of heartache that I had to go through because I didn't or was not able to set boundaries, coming from healthcare, perfectionism, all of those things that a lot of people tend to be as parents and as moms. I had to learn really quickly that I had to set those quickly. And then it was a little bit hard. Work on removing, the third step was remove the harmful foods. This one is a little bit hard, not gonna lie. Everybody has a Cheeto or a nugget or some sort of treat that they want to feed your children, whether it be ice cream or all the things I just mentioned, Doritos. And this also created a persona for myself where I was described as the food police. And in some ways that was a little bit hurtful, but it also opened up this area where I could educate, where I could teach people that, you can look at food the same way that people obsess over drugs and medication, right? We know that if you go and talk about recreational drugs, everybody thinks they're bad. And there are entire summits and seminars that educate on the reason why these are bad. But then yet we have on the same side medication that we are told are good. We are told all of the good things that they do and none of the bad things that they do, or none of the harmful things that they do inside of our bodies. But yet both of them are in the drug category. And so and I understand that some of these are saving lives, so please don't think that I don't understand that, but it's just understanding that they are also in some ways harmful, and how we perceive them is how we've been taught about them. So it's really important for us to question it. And so, yeah, working on removing harmful foods is the same way as becoming more educated. Let's just say if you were a physician and you were so used to prescribing medication, it's like relearning what those medications, yes, can do in the positive, but also what they can do in the negative, and understanding the side effects. So in this, for me, it looked like educating people on how harmful foods versus helpful foods were lumped in the same category as food, but also were very, very different and reacted in the body very differently, and that they do have, and they should be treated as such. The fifth thing that I did was I started to invest in my education. Now, if you want I was very strategic with what I invested in. And I think that that is something that we're losing a little bit in the autism world because there are so many options, and with having so many options, we end up with having the ability to pick and choose or to do it all. And many of us feel that we need to do it all, and that all of these things are going to be what benefits our child and gets the results faster, when the truth is that by throwing all of the spaghetti at the wall and taking all of the courses, it generally means that not all of most of them won't even be finished. Most of them you won't even reach halfway. And with many of these being high investment or high cost investments, we feel like it's just not working for our child, but we never actually, in many ways, give it the chance. And focusing very strategically on single portion investments that are going to be beneficial to you. And then, of course, making sure that you stick to completion, and then from there grow and choose your next strategic investment and finish it through completion. It is actually really important because each of these pieces that are created for autism, especially, and I'm not talking about therapy. Therapy is a totally different thing, but each of these, especially programs, protocols, supplements, each of the things that are being brought into the autism world that are beneficial, oftentimes have been really trialed and not perfected, but very much so trialed in a setting that, have worked with many families and seen improvements, but you have to let it work and let it do its magic. So for me, investing in my education was huge. So if you want a great investment, the Blue Life Autism Program is a hybrid program where you get to learn about what to do with myself and as a coach, but you also get to acquire the knowledge, all the best things that I learned, which include all of the detoxification that I learned, all of nutritional therapy that I learned, all of these things that are worded in a way that are very, very simple to understand in short content form, but that actually allow you to become empowered in your family in a space of knowledge, just not in a space of, well, we can do this for this one child and your next child will be different. No, you get to learn about the entire thing, brain development, all the things. The sixth thing that I did, the sixth step, was to address lifestyle and the lifestyle medicine pillars, which is what I always teach now, because lifestyle is not just food. Food is a very important component, but there are actually 6 pillars to lifestyle medicine, and each one is just as important as the next. And we may think that they aren't because food is just so part of our lives and we have to prepare it and we have to eat it and we have to do these things. It's usually the place where people are very excited to start. And it is one of the places that children can see massive results because it is one of the places that food has been altered so much over the years. But there are all these other components like relationships. There's also stress release. These all have huge impacts on autism as well. And the last step that I did was actually, I learned to detox my life. And by life, I mean, I learned to detox my environment. I learned to detox my mind. I learned to basically, detox means the removal of harmful things. And so I removed harmful things from what I saw, heard, and was surrounded by as much as possible. I removed harmful people and the things that were in my environment that were causing me to regress or to not move forward. And so detoxing is not just about the removal of toxicity within the body, although we did that as well. It is actually one of the lifestyle medicine pillars, risky substances and toxicity. But it actually is something that we completely did as an overhaul and started to surround ourselves with people who were like-minded and with people who wanted what we wanted for our children and our future. This is what propels change in the world. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure again to subscribe and like and share it with anyone you think that would love to see better outcomes with their children, because that is what we are here to do with our mission and vision, is to get those kids to greater gains and to reclaim those lost milestones so that they can create the vision of their world that they want to see with their gifts that they can access easily. Thank you very much.